दया हैते आईलेन सकल कुशल शुनियामी संभाषिते केलान vikale. Hearing that he has happily returned from Gaya, I went to greet him yesterday afternoon. Parama virakta rupa sakala sambhasha tilardhekha audhayera nahika prakasha. Everything he said revealed his utmost aversion to the world. He did not display any arrogance for even a moment. So he's teaching us Vairagya Vidya. Aversion here refers to aversion to the materialistic activities. The teachings which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given to the whole world is Vairagya Vidya. You cannot just have sensory enjoyment and do some devotion. It is completely opposite. Like you say, no, it is not, it is a Viruddha Ahara. You cannot have milk at the same time, you cannot drink some limbu juice. That is Viruddha Ahara. In the same way, you are doing something. It doesn't work. It doesn't fit. Yesterday I was talking to one of the preacher. Said, where you take to some places where people have sensory enjoyment. He said, nowadays people like that. That is why we have to take them to the places where sensory enjoyment is there. Where no temples are there. We have to take them there and then show them all the malls and all. I said, but that is not going to solve our problems. They will be more inclined to do that. It's like adding fuel to the fire. When Veda Vyasa wrote the Vedas, he was trying to adjust with the people's temperament. At that time, he also gave karma kanda. Enjoy. If you enjoy your fruits of activities. Now, when we are in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement, Gaudiya Vaishnava movement, we are to show the temple. Because as a preacher of Krishna consciousness, a preacher acts at the level of a sadhu. Sadhu means he has to have a scissor in his hand to cut the materialistic activity. Promoting materialistic activity, it is not the mood then. So this we have to be very careful about it. Utmost aversion to the materialistic activities. Nibrute kahite lagire na Krishna katha ye sthane dekhile na ye apurva yatha. In a secluded place, he began to speak about Krishna and the wonders that he had witnessed at various places. So he was he was expressing that how in a secluded place, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was speaking about Krishna. Pada Padma Tirther Laite Matra Nama Nayane Jale Sava Purna Haila Sthana. As soon as he mentioned the name Pada Padma Tirtha, the area around him became filled with his tears. Pada Padma Tirtha. Krishna's lotus feet is there at Gaya. So he's speaking about Pada Padma Tirtha. That time he's crying in ecstasy. And when he's crying in ecstasy, the whole area was filled with his tears. Sarvanga Mahakampa Pulake Purnita Ha Krishna Baliya Matra Padila. Padila Bhumita. His entire body began to tremble, and all the hairs on his body stood on end, calling out, "Oh Krishna!" He fell on the ground. So, whenever he is relating the pastimes of Krishna, he is just in ecstasy because he is in the mood of Srimati Radharani. Naturally, he will be in ecstasy. And in that ecstasy, he is crying. His body is trembling. He is falling on the ground. His hairs are standing erect. Haila Murchita Katakshane bhaya drishti haila chamakita. When he fell unconscious, there was no sign of life in his body. After a while, he regained his external consciousness with a startled motion. So they were checking what happened. At the time, they found that there is no life in the body. Then suddenly, he is waking up. Sheshe Yevaliya Krishna Kandite Lagila He Nabuji Ganga Devi Asiya Milila. Then finally he began to shed tears as he called out his name, called out the name of Krishna. It appears as if Ganga herself was flowing from his eyes. Ye bhakti dekhilu amita hananayane tahane manusya buddhi nahi ramane. By the devotion that I have seen in him, I no longer consider him an ordinary human being. So when I have seen these ecstatic symptoms in his body, Ganga flowing from his tears, it's not just small tears, it is the tears which is filling the area. So I can come to the conclusion here, Sriman Pandit says that he is not an ordinary human being. Sabe katha kahile na bhai haila shuklambar ghar kali miliba sakale. On regaining external consciousness, he said only, let us meet at Shuklambar's house early tomorrow morning. Tumiyara Sadashiva, Pandita Murari, Toma Sabha, Sthani Dukha, Kariba Bohari. I wish to reveal my distress to you, Sadashiv and Murari Gupta. The word Gohari, derived from the Sanskrit word Gochara, generally means expressing, submitting, or praying for sympathy. But in Bihar and Orissa, it refers to a weeping. So you can take both the meanings. Gochara or Gohari means I want to express. I want to cry before you. So my distress to you, Sadashiv and Pandita, I just want to express my distress. I just want to cry before you. Parama Mangala Yei Kahilana Katha Avashya Karana Ite Achaye Sarvatha. There is every reason to believe this most auspicious news that I have given you. So believe me here, Sriman Pandita says, whatever I have told you, just believe it. Shrimanera Vachana Shuniya Bhaktagani Hari Boli Mahadvani Karira Thakani. On hearing this news from Sriman Pandit, the devotees triumphantly chanted the name of Hari. So they were so happy. In joy, everyone is chanting the name of Hari. Prathamai Balilena Shivasa Udara Gotra Badauna Krishna Ama Sabakara. The magnanimous Srivas was the first to speak, may Krishna increase our family. Family of devotees, Gotra. Here Gotra means family. Generally we say, my Gotra is this. I'm coming from this saint, this sage, Kaushik Gotra, Kashyap Gotra. That is how we introduce ourselves. So now here, Srivas Pandit says, so let our family increase. Let the family of the devotees increase. And that should be our intention. Increase the family. Gotram nu vardhatam. May our family increase. Gotram nu vardhatam. Anande karena save Krishna samkathana Uthila Mangaladhvani Parama Mohana. As all the devotees happily discussed topics of Krishna, a most auspicious and enchanting sound vibration arose. Tathastu, tathastu, bole Bhagavata Gana, Savai Bhajuka Krishna Chandrera Charana. All the devotees repeatedly exclaimed, may it be so, may it be so. Let everyone worship the lotus feet of Krishna Chandra. Tathastu is used by Smartas as a blessing during offerings of oblation to forefathers in the Shraddha ceremony. So Smartas say Tathastu when they pay obeisances, Tathastu. Vaishnavas say Krishnera matirastu. There's a difference. Somebody pays obeisances, small children pay obeisances to you. You're not going to immediately pay obeisances to the child. At the time, what you should say, because you are elder, they seek blessings. So you should say, Krishnera matirastu. Let everyone from Brahma down to the end serve the lotus feet of Krishna and thus increase our family. Hearing this statement from the mouth of Srivas, all the assembled devotees immediately approved by saying, so be it, so be it. So that should be our motive, increase our family, increase the family of devotees. And how it can be done? By preaching Krishna consciousness to whoever we see, connecting them to the moment. They have to be anchored. Anchoring cannot be done in so many places. Anchoring can be done in one place, which is the part of the ocean. So ocean is ISKCON, then Jagannath Devasthanam is one of the boat. So if you have to sail this boat and take it from one ocean, one corner to another corner, it means to cross the birth and death cycle. Increase the number of devotees in Jagannath Devasthanam. Henamate Pushpatuli Bhagavata Puja Karibare Sabe Karilagaman. In this way, after picking flowers, all the devotees returned to their homes to perform the daily worship. So this was their everyday task. Come to Shiva Sangan, pluck the flowers, discuss about Krishna. At the time now, they got a wonderful news that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken the mood of Vaishnava, and in this way, then Srivas Pandit says, let us increase the number of devotees. Shriman Pandita Chalilena Ganga Tire, Shuklambara Brahmachari Tahana Mandire. Then Shriman Pandit went to the house of Shuklambara Brahmachari on the bank of Ganga. Shuniyaya Sabha Katha Prabhu Gadadhara Shuklambara Graha Prati Chalila Satvara. After Gadadhar Prabhu heard the news, he quickly went to the house of Shuklambar. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to come. So there, Gadadhar Pandit also, Gadadhar Prabhu heard this. He went to Shuklambar's house. Ki akhyana Krishnera kahena shuni giya thakilena Shuklambara grahe lokaya. Thinking, let me hear about what topics of Krishna he will relate. Gadadhar hid inside Shuklambar's house. So he is hiding to hear what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to speak. Sadashiva Murari Shriman Shuklambara Milila Sakalayata Premanucharas. So devoted companions of the Lord like Sadashiv, Murari, Shriman, Shuklambar, all gathered there. Hinai Samaye Vishwambara Dvijaraja Asiya Milila Etha Vaishnava Samaja. At that time, Vishwambar, the king of the twice born, arrived there to meet the assembled Vaishnavas. Param Anande Sabe Korena Sambhasa Prabhur Nahika Bhaya Drishti Prakasha. They all greeted him in great happiness, but the Lord did not manifest any external vision. देखिले न मात्र प्रभु भागवत गण पढ़िते लागila shloka bhaktira lakshana. As soon as the Lord saw the devotees, he began to recite glorifying the characteristics of pure devotional service. So, as soon as Lord saw the devotees, what is he speaking about? He's not speaking about anything material, isn't it? Vairagya Vidya. So, what is he going to speak? About the glories of devotional service. Do you need any motivation to increase your devotion? External motivation? So it's a wrong understanding that you go to yatras, uh, show some materialistic allurement. Bhakti is not dependent on anything except bhakti. Nectar of Devotion clearly speaks about it. No material allurements are going to increase devotees. In fact, they will lose even the opportunity what they have got. So many initiated devotees have gone in that yatra, and if you see their profiles, oh, I was closing my eyes yesterday. They have come to the extent of wearing some t-shirts and jeans. Matajis, just see. Prabhujis, no dhoti kurta, all went. Some jeans and t-shirt just because they have yatras in foreign countries. And it's not cold also, it's not cold part. Prabhupada went in dhoti kurta. So it is a wrong understanding that if we show material allurements, people all over the world will join. But what will happen in due course of time? Sensory activities will increase, devotion will go down. Devotion is not dependent on any material allurement. If you are taking to yatra, then what we have to do? We have to speak about Krishna. We have to take them to the places where devotees are connected. Some places where there is no temple at all, just some deserts around. What devotion are we going to do there? For increasing devotion only, we go to yatra. We go to the tirtha sthanas where the devotees have already done a lot of devotion, and we can get that raja. That is why Vrindavan Yatra, Mayapur Yatra, Ahobilam Yatra, Tirupati Yatra, Badri Yatras. We have so many places in our Bharat Bhumi itself. And if we are anyhow taking yatras to the foreign countries, then we should be like Parikshit Maharaj, and they should be, and then the preacher should be like Sukadeva Goswami. Whole day speak about Krishna. Then the whole place becomes Vaikuntha. So it's a very important thing that when we are in an assembly of devotees, we should recite the verses which will increase our devotion. After seeing the eagerness of the devotees at the house of Shuklambar, the Lord was overwhelmed with love of Krishna, recited the following verses glorifying the characteristics of pure devotional service. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhaktir uchyate. Bhakti Rasamrita speaks about Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. Give up all the desires for any upadhi. Tatparatvena nirmalam. Have a very clear consciousness. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchate. In that mood only we can serve Krishna by our senses. Bhakti or devotion service means engaging all our senses in the service of the Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Master of all senses. When the spirit soul renders service into the Supreme, there are two side effects. One is freed from all material designation, and simply by being employed in the service of the Lord, one's senses are purified. Anyavilashitashunyam jnanakarmadinavrtam manukulyena krishnanushilam bhakti uttamam. So what is the meaning of uttama bhakti? Anyavilashitashunyam. One should render the transcendental loving service to the Lord favorably, without desire for material profit or gain, through fruitive activities or mental or philosophical speculation. This is called pure devotional service. Anyavilashitashunyam. No other desire except to serve Krishna. Jnanakarmadyanavrutam. No desire for any speculative knowledge, no desire for any fruitive activities. It should be favorable in Krishna's service. Whatever activities we are doing, Anukulyena Krishna, Anushilanam, following the footprints of Mahajanas. He also recited the following words spoken by Sri Madhavendra Puri, which is a purport to the following verse 85. Payino Ishwaram Morak Ponadike Gila. I attained my Lord, but oh, where has he gone? Ai Deen Dayadrnath hai, Mathura Nath Kada Avalokyase. Hridayam Alokya, Hridayam Twadalokya Kataram. Daita Brahmati Kim Karomyaham. Most important verse. Ai Deen Dayadrnath hai. Oh Lord, you are the master, merciful master. Deena Dayadranate. Mathura Nata Kada Avalokyase. You are the master of Mathura. When am I going to see you? Hridayam Tvad Alokakataram. My agitated heart has become unsteady. Hridayam Tvad Alokakataram. Because I'm not able to see you, I'm just agitated. Daita Brahmati Kim Karomyaham. Daita Brahmati. Daita, oh my beloved. Brahmati Kim Karomyaham. What shall I do now? This verse indicates a mood of separation from the Lord. Then you place yourself in any part of the world. If you have this shloka in your consciousness, you will search Krishna everywhere. Then there is no problem in going to any malls or any public places. Search Krishna there. Search. If you search Krishna, that place becomes Vrindavan. So search Krishna. This consciousness is there. What am I going to do? Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrushaitam shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahena me. Then go to any part of the world. If this consciousness is there without you, Krishna, the whole life is just a dry thing. Don't be allured by seeing some. Then what is the difference between materialistic person and a devotee? If we are walking in the devotional path, and if we call ourselves devotees, then we have to have this verse in our consciousness. Oh Lord, when am I going to see you? By not seeing you, this whole world is just shunyam. So here we'll stop. 85th verse on this tomorrow. Any doubt?